Hi, my name is David Gammel. I'm president of High Context Consulting. And at ASA's Technology Conference in December of 2010, I'm going to be talking about engagement and how to use both your database and your website to really accelerate engagement and create lots of opportunities for it with your association for your members and other constituents. Now, one of the challenges I find with a lot of organizations is really defining what engagement means. We've been talking about it for years. That's a topic that's been picked up and run with by the social media community. They talk about creating engagement online. But what does that actually mean? How do we know we've created engagement? What in the world does that look like? How can we measure it? And the definition that I've come up with and used with a variety of clients is this. Engagement occurs whenever someone exchanges time or money with your organization for value. So they need to perceive the value in the transaction, and you obviously need to get value from it as well for it to be sustainable. But those two things, either of those characteristics or both of them together, give you all sorts of hooks you can use for measuring engagement. You can tell if someone's engaged with you. You can tell how much they're engaging with you and for how long, and how they compare to others in that same market. So it's a really powerful measure. And then you can build a strategy based on that because you think about it in terms of time and or money. Engagement really is a continuum, and it's a process that you create with your best prospects and with your members over time. The most ephemeral bits of engagement can include someone just mentioning your organization or your conference or one of your publications to someone in passing. It can include someone looking at one of your web pages for 30 seconds. Very ephemeral stuff doesn't stick, but if that next step is very obvious to them, if there's that next step you've put in there for that next increase in engagement, you can walk them along and do techniques to accelerate that so that they go from that most ephemeral stuff to the most meaningful over here on the other end of the continuum. And that can include things such as serving on your board, being a major sponsor of the organization, ultimately perhaps becoming a fellow or receiving your other highest achievement. Now, someone's not going to go from looking at a web page to becoming a fellow of your organization, most likely, but your job as an association executive is to build that path, to create that pathway, all of those opportunities and a natural progression, and then to help that person go through them as efficiently as possible, getting the most value for them, and really fueling both the bottom line of your organization as well as your mission. So in the session at ASA's Technology Conference, we're going to be talking all about engagement and what that means in terms of the website and your database and how to use those very powerful tools to both create engagement opportunities as well as to accelerate people through them with your organization. I hope you'll join us there. Take care.